everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin from Florals.com and I am back with another episode of Double Take, which is my series to make double page layouts to provide inspiration with new styles and new ideas for double page layouts. Since I know a lot of us have multiple photos for one story, but we often resort to pocket pages to tell these stories, I want to bring back the classic double page layout more. And this is my series to challenge me to do more double page layouts, as well as to give you guys more ideas for double page layouts and to inspire you to make more double page layouts and all of that. So I am featuring a ton of pattern papers from the Spring Stack by DCWV. Now this is a couple years old, probably a lot of years old, but it's a huge stack with very thin papers, but I'm still trying to work through it. I love some of these colors and patterns. And I pulled out these beautiful, I don't know if you'd call them a plaid exactly, but plaid green backgrounds. And this story is actually of my Girl Scout Gold Award that I got when I was a senior in high school. I have pictures of me doing the actual work for it and then also getting the presentation of the award. So one side's the work that I did to get the award and the other side's the presentation of that actual award. Now I'm doing a couple of things in the beginning here that don't end up staying later on. So I'm creating this banner on the left hand side underneath this beautiful doily from Spiegel Mom's Scraps, but I don't end up keeping it. I end up cutting it down anyway, but I kept the process in here because it wasn't too long of a video and I cut out some other stuff, so I figured this would be fine. This is a light blue polka dot, which isn't showing up well on camera, but it's light blue with a little darker polka dots. And this is going to be another layer in that section on the left-hand side. Now, when I do double page layouts, I find that I work on one side and then the other. It's not that I work on both of them simultaneously. Like I'll get an idea for one and then pull in more elements from the other side onto the other. So this isn't an interactive double page layout where they meet in the middle or anything like that. These are definitely separate pages, but they go together, if that makes sense. Like they're cohesive, but they could be independent of themselves. Like the design on each page will hold on its own despite not being connected in the middle anywhere. So I pull out a bunch of things, like I said, that I will not be using on this layout. That's why I'm not talking about them. Like that washi tape I will rip up later, but you'll see my design process come through. I do pull out some cork pieces and those come back into the game later. I'm just trying to figure out what I want for where. I know I want my title above the doily there, like I point out, but now I'm realizing my right hand side was going to be in the same sort of banner motion, and I've done a lot of banner ones or banner designs for double page layouts like this where there's two pieces of the photo layers that are just go in a straight line, and I didn't want that this time. I wanted something different. So I decided to go through some embellishments. Maybe I can find some die cuts that'll work. I thought I had some Girl Scout stuff. I know I used to have Girl Scout stickers and stuff, but I couldn't find them. I'm still kind of looking for them. I'm wondering if I brought them with me to my other craft room. If you haven't been keeping up with some of my Instagram updates, I'm currently in New York today, and then I'll be back in Maryland tomorrow. Just trying to do some visits up here with my family, but we will be moving up here again very soon. So get excited for more moving videos. I'll do another I pack up my craft room video because I know it's very helpful for some people. And I'll also do redesigning my scrap room space once I do that. So a lot more videos to come. So I pulled out a bunch of green and blue embellishments from my stash since that seems to be my color scheme right now. And I set those aside, and now I'm just matting my photos on that light blue polka dot paper like I was mentioning. And those will go on the right hand side here. And let's see, I know I'm going to take a break soon because I get really frustrated. And I turn the camera off when I know I don't have a plan and I'm just filming nothing because I don't want to waste the valuable space on my computer and editing time when I know that I can just sit down, do some work off camera with planning, and then come back and try to execute it. So I did all this layering on the left-hand side and I want to rip it all off. That's my plan at least. So right now I'm going to take a little break and come back. And then I'll have a better idea of what I want to do with the design. So when I do come back, I end up having a better idea of what I want to do on the right-hand page, which helps me develop the left-hand page even better than it was before. So I pull out some border strips that are from my stash. I have a bunch of these from Joann's back in the day. I have a light green and a dark green. And I also put a little Polaroid sticker around this photo, which has a little floral frame, and that is from the dollar store. Dollar store has some cute stickers sometimes. People don't hate on the dollar store. And I also pulled out a dark felt green ribbon, and you'll see me using these later on. I do end up having a lot more green on this than I originally intended. I knew I wanted a lot of green because Girl Scout, the color is green, and then Gold Award, gold. So I bring in a lot of green and gold. I did want to mix in some other colors, but when my die cuts didn't come through with a great color scheme, I decided not to do that anymore. So I went with like a full green layout, which this does give me a lot of St. Patrick's Day vibes, but it's okay. I like the way it is. I know that it's not St. Patrick's Day, but someone else might think it's St. Patrick's Day just because of the green and gold, but that is the Girl Scout color, so I make it work, you know. Now I'm layering these 2 square photos on the left hand side on that banner and cutting them out. I decided I just should use this paper for something, and so I use it for layering since I didn't want the banner anymore. But banners are a great idea for double page layouts. Don't think you can't give that a try. It's a great idea. I do keep this light blue pattern paper as the layer underneath my doily. I don't want that element floating on the page, so this helps ground it with these borders and the polka dot paper here. So once I have those trimmed, I will glue those down on top of each other. I like how they have unique shapes to them. If they were the same shape, like 2 scallops, I don't think I'd use them. They are very unique border shapes, which I really like. I'm pulling out more of this green felt ribbon, and I ended up using the entire thing on this layout. I didn't realize that I'd finished it until afterwards, but I did finish it. So that's really good. I've been wanting to use that on some Girl Scout pages for a while now, so I'm really glad I did. And you can see the left hand side taking shape. And then again, my title will go around the doily edge on the top, and it's just going to come together over there. I have this little die cut from Amy Tangerine that says Spread the Love, which I think is really cute. My Girl Scout Gold Award was actually based on paper crafting. If you don't know what the Girl Scout Gold Award is, essentially you have to put in hours and hours of community service towards one final goal of a project. So some people fundraise for a bridge and then build a bridge in their community park, or ramps for the disabled, or there's all sorts of things you can do. But I decided to do craft projects with people in nursing homes who may have family far away, or they want to communicate with their family. So I made cards with them and also decorated picture frames with them so they could have photos of their families close by. So I did a lot of craft projects with them, and it was really fun working within my community to do that. So I wanted to have a scrapbook page dedicated to this giant award. And this is it. So it's about time I scrapbooked these. I've had my gold award now for 4 years, and I'm just getting around to scrapbooking it. But here's my title made out of these gorgeous gold thickers. I don't like how they have black foam under them. I wish it was white foam, but the dark black helps lighten out the dark green that I used all over the pages, so it works out just fine. You also saw me pull out some wood veneer pieces. I had some wood veneer stars, which are from Hobby Lobby, and I also have a wood veneer flower piece that's green and white, which I thought was really cute and matched the color scheme perfectly. And that is also from Hobby Lobby, but it is by the brand Momenta, in case you're wondering. Now, since I have this wood veneer theme going on, I do pull out my wood veneer box, and I want to use a couple more pieces just to bring in more of that wood veneer color. And I will say that the wood veneer that I'm using with the foil and the coloring on it is a different wood color than the wood veneer I pulled out of my stash, but that doesn't bother me. I decided to use it anyway and just go with it. It ends up working out in the end because of the clusters I create, which you'll see. So you can see my layouts forming on the right hand side here. I have my 2 photos on the bottom, me talking about my project, and then me walking on the stage, and then my mother pinning my pin on me at the top right. So I decided to pull out this green saying from Pink Fresh Studio that says The Reason Why. It's the perfect shade of green. Everything's coming together. I have a journaling spot to the left here that I'm trying to stick something under that I don't keep. And that's from the dollar store sticker sheet as well. I pulled out another die cut that says My Story, and that is from We Are Memory Keepers Flower Girl collection. And I thought that'd be great right next to the journaling spot here. And once I start gluing things down, it really does come together. I don't know why I have so many titles on this layout. There's a lot of words, which I didn't intend, but I think it works. I know there's a lot of people, I see some layouts videos or pictures where there's a lot of words and I don't like it. But now that I've done one where there are a lot of words, I don't really mind it. I understand why. It's like there's different things you want to match with different photos, so it makes sense. Especially on a double page layout, there's a lot more room for words to breathe and give them a chance. So you'll see I have some white space on the top right of the right hand side and the bottom left of the left hand side layout. And that's just a really great balancing technique. If you have white space on the left hand side, either put it on the same side or the opposite. It really helps the eye feel balanced and it keeps the layout cohesive because you can see the background paper pretty evenly across. Now I'm pulling out some puffy stickers from Paper House and other stickers. I just have so many various stickers I used. More puffy stickers from that Pink Fresh Studio sheet. And then of course some word stickers. I used a couple from Pink Fresh Studios Indigo Hills planner line. I think it says do what you love, and there's one that says dream big. And those just add a touch of gold where you need it. I know I added gold washi tape to bring in more of that gold, but these help bring it in little sprinkles other places. Once I'm done sticking down stickers, I think one of the last things I add is sequins. I know I add a couple more bits and pieces. I'm just trying to think of what they are. The sequins I decided to use are Nature Walk by Spiegelmom Scraps. It's the perfect green and natural tones that I needed for this layout. They just worked out so perfectly with the photos because of my light tan vest in the green of everything. There's a lot of green on this layout. I'm not gonna lie, this is very green heavy, and I know some people don't like green, but for this sort of layout or some sort of like St. Patrick's Day event, it works perfectly. You have to use green for things that are meant to be green. I'm not saying you have to use green for St. Patrick's Day, but I'm just saying it's easier for me to use things that go very easily. Like this was a no-brainer for me to use green since that's the Girl Scout color. It stands for multiple things and matches my photos. So that's why I chose that. So now I'm using my fine line bottle to glue these down, and that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!